Hello everyone, I'm so excited. This week I'm going to be reviewing another book and it's one of my favorite books. Honestly, I don't know where this book has been all my life because I love Pastor Sam, Adeyemi, and when I saw this book in a friend's house, I said I have to start reading this book. And I started reading it and I couldn't put it down. It is wisdom in so many ways and a lot of nuggets of truth that are also faith-based, which is what I really love about it, because a lot of times when we speak about faith, most people don't like to relate it with money. But I like the fact that someone who is very strong and deep in faith took time to write about money, the real money. I can't wait to tell you what I love about this book. So I'm going to be talking to you about 3 chapters in this book. I would really encourage you to get your own copy, but I'll be sharing with you 3 chapters that I thought were very, very, very powerful in the wisdom that is shared and in the nuggets of truth and wisdom that is shared as well. So the first one is the very first chapter, which is you are wealthy. Like, remember that peak advert? It's in you. Yes, it's in you. And you know, this is something that a lot of people miss out on. They always feel like there's something extraordinary about people that are wealthy, or there's something, do they have 2 heads, and there's something special about them, they come from a special background or something. But honestly, it is all about your mindset. And I love the quote. It says, being rich or being poor is essentially a state of mind. It's essentially a state of mind. It's how you think. Right? You have to think deliberately about wealthy. What do wealthy people do differently? They think about creating value. They always look out for opportunities around them, right? They're constantly thinking about adding value to the marketplace, providing solutions to people around them. If you think about the richest man in the world, Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, Amazon has 300 million customers, or maybe even more, but I think as at last count, they have 300 million customers. Now, if you're providing value for 300 million customers on a daily basis, monthly basis, even if those 300 million customers spend just $10 a day, of course you're a billionaire, right? Think about Dangote, Aliko Dangote, Africa's finest, you know, the richest man in Africa, one of the richest Black Africans in the world. He's providing value to a lot of people. So I always say that, think about opportunity around you. Now, you might not even have that kind of mass product, but if you provide a product that is even quite expensive and very needed in the marketplace, then of course you can scale up, right? But the thing is, don't focus on the money. So that's the problem. People focus on the money and then that's what they get into Yahoo, or all of these scams, hacking into sites, stealing from people. No, focus on value. Because when you focus on value, you can always create wealth. Because even when you get money from all those scandalous or scam outlets, it won't last. It won't last because you do not understand what it means to create real wealth, all right? So that's the very first chapter I'm going to be talking about. I'm sharing with you already. You are wealthy. It's all in your mind, and I want you to begin to believe it, begin to attract the opportunities that you see around you and do something about it, right? It's not just going to come to you. You have to work hard, right? You have to work hard. And the second chapter that I really loved is Redefining Wealth. I think that is chapter 2, actually. And I thought it was very interesting, especially in this environment where there's a lot of focus on money being paper, right? He talked about time. Your time is a measure of wealth, and you need to value your time. Time is so important. Time is actually a measure of wealth. In fact, there's a definition in one of my videos where wealth is actually measured by time. Think about how much time you spend doing things that are not adding value to you or to the world. I'm not saying watching TV is bad, but if you're spending 8 hours, 6 hours in front of a TV and you're not doing anything that is educative or you're learning anything active, you're wasting your time. Time is very precious. We all have only 24 hours a day, right? And maybe for about 6 or 7 hours of that time, you're sleeping. So the few hours you have to make the best use of it. You have to make the best use of it. So you have to value time. Value time in also your business relationships. When you have a meeting, please show up on time. Don't waste people's time. We know that there's a lot of traffic in Lagos, so please stop giving that excuse, all right? Time is an amazing resource. Use it to provide value and use it to create wealth, all right? I like the fact that wealth is not just defined as money, it's defined as time. The second definition is people, right? Relationships are so important on your journey. A lot of people get connected to things because of the relationships they have with other people. The help you need is going to come from someone, right? So wealth is also defined as the wealth of relationships that you have around you. Who is in your network? All right? Who is in your network? Who are the people that you're hanging around? Are they adding value to you? Are you guys creating value together? And then I'm not saying anybody is not useful. I mean, some people are not useful to you, but you need to know those that are in your close circle. You can have a close circle, you can have an outer circle. Now, those in your close circle, you have to be very, very clear what value they bring to you and what value you also bring to them. Now, your outer circle is your larger friends. Please be as friendly as possible. There's no reason to ignore anyone. Anyone can help you at a time of need. So please keep your friends close, right? Even if you're keeping them in the outer circle, keep them in the outer circle, but keep them close, right? So the point is, people are also a form of wealth. Your time is a form of wealth. People are also a form of wealth. And then the third thing I don't talk about is your integrity, your honesty, your integrity. Integrity is also wealth. Don't even dull, because a lot of us on the journey, sometimes we make mistakes, we might do things that are wrong, but these things add up. They really add up. I've listened to one of the people I highly respect, Mrs. Aoshika, talk about how keeping her integrity set her up for a lot of successful board appointments in the future. When she was making all of those decisions, a lot of people thought she was stupid, but she was very clear that she was going to value her integrity on her journey. And guess what? It eventually paid up for her, because at the time that they needed to find people for a particular position, a lot of people were, credible, they were qualified, but what took them down? Integrity, right? So integrity is also a form of wealth. Please be very careful about your integrity. Don't sell off your integrity or your value system just because you want to create wealth, right? Think about your time, think about the people, and then think about your integrity. Very, very, very important definitions. And I really love the fact that he broke this down here in a way that we really need in this country and in Africa if we're really going to grow our economy as a people, and we're also going to grow Africa as a continent, right? Then the final chapter is actually the very final chapter of the book, right? Chapter 8, financial freedom. Now, this is something that I've talked about in one or two videos as well, and I feel that it was something that I should repeat in this new decade. Financial freedom is really you being able to make flexible decisions, life decisions, without having to worry about the impact on your bank account. A lot of us are so fearful. We are so afraid to make decisions. Some basic decisions like where we live, what we eat, if we travel, the schools our children go to, because of the impact it would have on our bank account. And trust me, that's not the way to live. I always say that frugality is not the way to build wealth. Now, a lot of people say cut your expenses, cut your expenses. That's good, but if the only thing you're doing is cutting your expenses, then how do you want to really grow this wealth? You also have to grow your income, right? So you have to find the balance with growing your income and keeping your expenses normal. But at some point, some expenses have to increase. So for instance, you have to take some personal development courses to improve yourself so that you can bring more value to the marketplace. So if you're not paying for courses because you are being frugal, you're missing out on a lot of action. So you need to spend money on the things that will add value to you, right? So understand that financial freedom is a process, is a journey. The point is get started. There are different levels of financial freedom. There's financial security, financial vitality, and I said in one of my videos, check it out on my channel. There are different levels, but the problem is when you aim too low. If you settle at the first level of financial freedom and think that that's the best you can ever achieve, girl or boy, that's not good enough, all right? Aim for the other levels. Start from financial security, where you can at least meet your basic necessities from your paycheck. Move on to the next level, where you are creating passive income streams. Move on to the next as well. You have to keep moving. It's a journey. Don't stay stuck. Define your goals, long-term, short-term, medium term, right? Do not aim too low. Remember, it's always about how far you aim, right? If you aim too low, or if you aim just this for your financial security, you'll get to that and you'll be fine. I'm not saying that some people should not be satisfied or be content. I'm just saying that it's not just about you, right? It's about the people around you. It's about inspiring people around you. It's about giving others the permission to thrive and to shine. It's about the solutions you bring to the marketplace that will enable other people to grow. So please stop aiming too low, all right? Aim for the highest level of financial freedom, and trust me, you can achieve it. We're all on this journey together, and we're all going to get there, all right? So I really love this book and I highly recommend it. If you've read it, please share your thoughts in the comment section. If you haven't, go grab a copy and read it and learn the real definition of wealth. Wealth is not just defining the amount of money or dollars or naira you have in your bank account. It's defined in so many ways. All right. Thank you, and I'll see you all next week.